There is a financial position that is more dangerous than being broke. It is feeling okay, not wealthy, not struggling, just okay. Bills paid, fridge stocked, nothing on fire. Life moving forward at a pace that feels manageable. That feeling, that specific, comfortable, okay feeling, is the most financially dangerous place most people ever live because it removes the urgency to change anything. And in the absence of urgency, habits that are quietly building toward a financial crisis go completely unexamined, year after year after year. This video is about 11 of those habits. 11 signs that the okay feeling is hiding something. 11 things that, if left unchanged, will mean that 5 years from now you are in almost exactly the same position you are in today. Possibly worse, not because you are lazy, not because you are irresponsible, but because okay is the feeling that makes people stop looking at what is actually happening. I want to introduce you to two people. Jordan is 31 years old. He works as a marketing coordinator in Chicago. He earns $52,000 per year. He feels okay. He has felt okay for 4 years. He looks okay from the outside. Kezia is also 31. She works in the same building as Jordan. She also earns $52,000 per year. On the surface, they look identical. But 5 years from now, Jordan and Kezia will be in completely different financial positions. Not because of income, not because of luck, not because of intelligence, because of 11 signs already present in Jordan's life right now. Visible if you know what to look for. Sign 1. You know. Approximately what you earn, but not exactly what you spend. Jordan knows his take-home is around $3,200 per month. He has no idea what he spends. Not approximately, not even closely. He has never tracked his spending for a single full month in his adult life. He estimates. And his estimates are always lower than reality, because the mind naturally minimizes uncomfortable truths. Kezia tracks every transaction, not obsessively. She uses a simple app that takes her 5 minutes a week. She knows exactly what left her account last month, to the dollar. The gap between Jordan and Kezia is not income, it is information. And financial decisions made without accurate information are almost always worse than decisions made with it. Not knowing what you spend is not a minor oversight. It is the foundation beneath every other sign on this list. Sign 2. Your savings rate has been below 5% for more than 12 months. Jordan saves when there is something left over at the end of the month. Some months there is, most months there is not. His average savings rate over the last year, approximately 2%, on a good month. He does not feel this as a crisis because the bills are paid and the account never quite hits zero. Kezia saves first. 12% of every paycheck moves automatically before she sees it. A 2% savings rate on $52,000 over 5 years produces approximately $6,200. A 12% savings rate on the same income over 5 years produces approximately $37,000. Same salary, same 5 years, $30,000 difference, entirely from the savings rate. Sign 3. You have consumer debt you are only making minimum payments on. Jordan has 2 credit cards. Combined balance, $3,400. He pays the minimums every month. The balances move very little. He has been making minimum payments for 18 months. In 18 months of minimum payments on that balance, Jordan has paid approximately $900 in interest alone. He still owes $3,200. He essentially borrowed $3,400 and paid $900 for the privilege of still owing most of it. Kezia has no consumer debt. She eliminated it 14 months ago. The $200 per month she was spending on minimum payments now goes directly into her investment account. Over 5 years, that $200 per month at 8% becomes approximately $14,700. Jordan paid $900 in interest to stay in place. Kezia built $14,700. Sign 4, you do not have an emergency fund, or yours covers less than 1 month. Jordan has approximately $400 in savings he considers his emergency fund. His monthly expenses are $2,800. His emergency fund covers approximately 4 days of living expenses. The next unexpected cost, car repair, medical bill, broken appliance, will go directly on the credit card. The credit card already at $3,400, still growing. Kezia has 4 months of expenses saved, $11,200 in a separate account she calls peace of mind. But the real difference is not the money, it is the psychology. Jordan makes every financial decision with the low-level anxiety of someone one unexpected event from a crisis. Kezia makes decisions without that anxiety. Fear-based financial decisions cost money consistently, invisibly. Over 5 years, the cost of that anxiety is enormous. Sign 5. Your income has increased, but your savings have not. Jordan received a $4,000 raise 14 months ago. His savings rate did not change. His apartment got slightly nicer. His car got newer. Dining out became more regular. The lifestyle adjusted to absorb the raise within 90 days. Kezia received the same raise at the same time. She split it immediately. Half to modest lifestyle improvement, half to an increased savings contribution. The half she saved, $167 per month extra, over 5 years at 8%, approximately $12,300 additional. Jordan received the same raise, has nothing additional to show for it 14 months later. The raise was identical, the system was different, and the system is always the difference. Sign 6. You have no specific financial goal with a number and a date. Ask Jordan what his financial goal is. He will say something like, save more, get out of debt, build something. Ask him for a specific number and a specific date, and he will pause. He has never set one. Ask Kezia the same question. She will tell you without hesitation, saving $18,000 for a house deposit by her 34th birthday. She is currently at $7,400. She is on track. The difference between a financial intention and a financial goal is a number and a date. Intentions disappear. Goals with numbers and dates survive. Jordan has been intending to get better with money for 3 years. The intentions have produced almost nothing. Sign 7. Most of your financial decisions are reactive, not proactive. Jordan's financial decisions happen in response to events. The bill arrives and he pays it. The credit card statement comes and he addresses it. The rent is due and he covers it. He is always responding, never initiating. Kezia's financial decisions happen on a schedule she sets in advance. On the first of every month, she reviews her accounts, confirms her automatic contributions are running, and adjusts anything that needs adjusting. She is always initiating, rarely surprised. The financial life that happens to you versus the financial life you design produce dramatically different outcomes over 5 years, even on identical incomes. Sign 8. You spend more on lifestyle signals than on assets. Jordan has a car he is paying $380 per month for. He leases it. He chose it partly because of how it looks. He has no investment account. He is spending $380 per month to signal a financial status he does not have. Kezia drives a car she owns outright, bought used 3 years ago. Not what she would have chosen based on appearances, but entirely hers. The $380 per month Jordan spends on his lease, invested at 8% over 5 years, would produce approximately $27,900. Jordan is paying $27,900 over 5 years to look wealthier than he is. Kezia is building $27,900 instead. Sign 9. The people closest to you have the same financial habits you are trying to change. Jordan's social group spends freely. Dinners out are standard. Weekends cost money by default. Nobody talks about investing. This is not because his friends are bad people. It is because financial behavior is socially contagious in both directions. If the people closest to you normalize spending everything feels normal. Kezia made a deliberate choice 18 months ago to spend more time with people who talk about building things, not to abandon her existing relationships, but to add intentional connections with people whose financial habits are different. Her environment is pulling her forward. Jordan's is holding him in place. Sign 10. You have been meaning to start investing for more than 6 months. Jordan has been meaning to open a Roth IRA since his friend mentioned it at a party 14 months ago. He has not opened it. Not because he cannot, not because he does not have the money, because starting is uncomfortable, and the okay feeling removes the urgency to begin. Every month Jordan delays is a month of compound interest he will never recover. $200 per month started today at 8% over 40 years, approximately $702,000. The same contribution started 3 years from now over 37 years, approximately $561,000. The 3-year delay costs approximately $141,000. Not in money Jordan spent, in money that never got the chance to grow. Feeling okay is costing Jordan $141,000. Sign 11. You believe your financial situation will improve without a specific change. This is the most dangerous sign of all. Jordan believes things will get better. Not because he has a plan that will make them better, but because things generally tend to work out, because he is not doing anything wrong exactly, because the okay feeling feels like a foundation rather than a plateau. But financial situations do not improve on their own. They improve when specific behaviors change. And specific behaviors change when the discomfort of staying the same becomes greater than the discomfort of changing. The okay feeling removes that discomfort, and without discomfort, nothing changes. Kezia does not believe her situation will improve on its own. She knows exactly what she is doing and why and what it will produce. The improvement is not a hope. It is a calculation. Jordan is hoping, Kezia is building. 5 years from now, the difference between hoping and building will be visible in every number in their lives. I made this video for Jordan, not to shame him, because Jordan is not lazy. Jordan is not irresponsible. Jordan is not uniquely flawed. Jordan is simply comfortable. And comfortable, as I said at the beginning, is the most financially dangerous place most people ever live. If you recognize Jordan in yourself today, not in all 11 signs, maybe in 3 or 4, that recognition is the most valuable thing that happened in your financial life this week. Because the okay feeling only has power over your future if you let it go unexamined. You just examined it, and the moment you examine the okay feeling honestly, it stops being a plateau and starts being a starting point. The 11 signs are not a verdict on where you are going. They are a description of where you are. And where you are is the only place you can start from. Jordan still has time. So do you. But not if you wait until the okay feeling becomes a crisis to do something about it. The best time to change a financial habit is when everything feels fine. Because when everything feels fine and you have options, use them.